Hello. All right. Hello, hello. It is 4:30. Hello, everybody. I am going to just wait a second and see if anybody jumps on. It is Tuesday at 4:30. So welcome to Tuesday training. I am going to talk today about our topic this week or this month in general, is going to be all about parties. And before anybody gets scared, like, listen, y'all use the word party when you're cashing in on your rewards. So I need you to hear the word party and start to open up your mind to the different types of parties there are so that you can really expand your customer base so that your business can grow and thrive. So we're going to start this first week this month talking about front loading your calendar. And if you're new, you probably don't know what that term means or haven't heard it before. Hey girl, hey Heather. Haven't heard that term before. And so we're going to talk about front loading your calendar, what it means and why you need to focus on that. And then we're also going to talk about Hostess Exclusives and enticing your host to have a party and really treating them to thank them for hosting a party for you. So we're going to talk this month about all different types of parties. And I don't really care how you party, but you need to be partying. And the long story short here is that you need to constantly be filling your customer funnel with new customers, with new names, with fresh faces, fresh noses to spoil. Hey, Heather, we got both Heathers on here. But you constantly need to be able to get this product in front of new people, and parties are the way to do it. So if you go on our Wax Biz Launch site, I have a whole thing on there about different types of parties, and I'm going to link that page later today as we kick this topic off this month. But whether you party online through Facebook parties, through personal shopping links, um, through, like, I know people do Battle of the Hostess online parties, whether you do home parties, open houses, events, fundraisers, I don't care how you party, but you got to get your name out there and you got to start partying. Front loading your calendar, which is today's topic or half of today's topic, is when you focus on booking all of your parties and all of your events in the front half of the month. So before the halfway cutoff of the month. And there's a few reasons why you want to do this. And the number one reason is because if that hostess has to cancel or reschedule with you, you have the whole back end of the month to make up that PRV. So you guys have heard me talk before that when you are coming up with a PRV goal for yourself for the month, right? Let's say you're going to say, I want to sell $2,500 this month. That's all fine and good. And you know, I'm a big proponent of put it out in the universe, but that's only going to get you so far. Wishing and hoping only gets you so far. You have to be able to back that goal up with a strategic plan. Where is that PRV coming from? Okay. So much of it should come from club, right? So much of it should come from, um, follow up and that sort of thing. But you can't count on random orders throughout the month to get you to a big goal like that. You have to have a plan in place. If the average party does $500, that would mean that you would need 4 to 5 parties to be able to hit that goal, along with your club and along with your follow up. So, that to say, front loading your calendar is really, really important because you have to be able to make up that PRV. You don't want to be stressed at the end of the month when you were hoping that Susie Q's party was going to bring you to the finish line, and her party started that last Monday of the month, that last Monday of the month, and she tells you the night before that Sunday that she has to cancel because of A, B, and C. Okay? It's going to be a problem. And then you're going to be frustrated, and it's going to ruin the experience for you and for Susie, because you're going to feel frustrated. And I'm telling you guys, when we feel frustrated, our customers can sense it. They can sense it. So you want to be as flexible as you can be. And booking your parties in the beginning of the month helps you do that, right? So front load your calendar. You really want to spend those last week or 2 weeks of, April booking your parties for May. You don't want to be trying to book parties for April, the 15th of April, you're booking for the rest of the month. You want to be booking out May. I also don't recommend ever booking out more than, like, right now is April. I would not book more out than June. Okay. You can book for the next couple of months. Don't book out further than that. Too many variables, too many things will change in your own personal life, the host's life, all those things. Okay. So front loading your calendar. Okay. Um, the only other caveat to this that I will say is that there are some times when booking in the second half of the month or that third week in the month is really beneficial. And that is when a lot of customers will use that first paycheck of the month to pay their mortgage, to pay their bills, etc. And so, hey, Jessica, so you're going to want to know your customer base, know your demographic. If you have a customer base that has a lot of, flexibility in their budget to be able to do that, and that that's kind of their friend group, great. But if your friend group and your customer base needs that second paycheck is more their fun paycheck of the month, that might be the exception to this rule. So really knowing your customers, and that is done in a natural way. We're not going to ask our customers if they can afford to have a party right now, right? Our customer is having a party to get something for free. Speaking of which, let's talk a little bit about your customer hostess exclusive. Now, this is one thing that I really wish Scentsy would work on, is doing a customer hostess exclusive like some other direct sales companies do every month. But since they don't regularly offer that, I make up hostess exclusives for my customers. So I will offer something each month when I'm trying to book parties to fill up my calendar, something that I know that people want, something that is an item that would entice them to get a party. And I make sure that I tell them that this is above and beyond their normal hostess rewards that they're going to get from Scentsy. This is their gift from me for hosting a party for me. Let's break down what that looks like and how you do that without breaking your own bank, your own budget. The first thing is that I use the perpetual party reward for that. If you guys don't know what the perpetual party reward is, the perpetual party reward is that extra reward that it can be found when you're closing out a party. It's under party summary at the top. If you click there, it says perpetual reward and it'll say who to assign that to. That reward is an additional half off item. Now listen, if you have that, the purpose of that reward, Scentsy's purpose of that reward is to book parties. So let's say Susie Q is hosting a party for me and her friend Jen wants to book a party, okay? So I would reward Susie with that perpetual party reward at Jen's party, right? So that kind of follows that. So a lot of times I do advertise that to my hostess because a lot of this is hostess coaching. And if you want to get your hostess to help you encourage bookings, this is one way to do it, to say, hey, Susie, at every party that is booked off of your party, you will get an additional half off for attending their party. Okay. So they get that extra reward from the perpetual party and they do that. So if you're using a lot of those, this won't work, right? You're going to use your perpetual party as it's intended. But if you don't have a booking off of a booking, that's an extra freebie right there that you have at your fingertips to be able to reward your customers. So, think about this, okay? If you have, and I got to do some quick math because my brain's just not working today, but if you have a $500 party and you are an essential consultant, you are making $125 off of that party. Okay, if you're an essential consultant and you had a $500 party, 25% of that is $125. Okay, if you had a $500 party and you're going to hit the $2,000 this month, you're actually going to make 30% on that party, so it's $150. If I'm using the perpetual party and I offer my hostess an extra mini warmer, right? An extra mini warmer as a gift for me to them for hosting the party. That's $25 value to the hostess that she's getting on top of all of her rewards. So put it this way, if she has a $200 party, she's doubling plus her rewards, right? Because she's going to get 10% of that. So she's getting $20 in rewards. I just doubled her rewards, right? Now she's going to get a warmer on top of that. That is going to cost me $12.50 with my perpetual party. Is it not worth it to me to have somebody rewarded with $12.50 out of my pocket for me to make $125 or $150? Yes and yes. Okay? Yes or yes. The answer is yes. It is absolutely worth it. You want to entice people to have a party with you. Spoil your hostess. Your hostess is who should get extra special packaging. They should get extra samples, all the things. Okay, you want to treat them like the VIP that they are because they are bringing you their friends and family as a, um, I can't even think, as a hostess. Now, I always still offer that gift to my hostess when I'm getting ready to close that party if they want to join. Okay. So, what I will tell them is, and if this is not a conversation that you're having as you're flipping hostesses, this is how I have that conversation and have it successfully. It's really simple. Let's say Susie hosted a $500 party with you. Okay. Her friends and family came. She hosted a party. You front loaded your calendar. So she hosted in the first week of the month and it was a $500 party. I'm going to tell her that she can get her kit for free, right? Because I'm going to use I'm going to use the hostess rewards for that. She's going to get her kit for free. She is going to get um, she's going to get another $16 in free products, okay? Because it's $59, but she's getting 75 with a $500 party. So she's getting an extra $16. She's going to still get her half offs and she's going to get that free gift from me. Plus, she is going to make 20%, which is $100. But she still has 2 weeks left in the month to certify, which gets her to another $500. So then she gets a $250 paycheck. So I always ask them, would you rather keep your $75 in rewards, which you're going to also get, your half offs and your gift from me, or would you rather get all this stuff and I show her the kit, still get an additional $16, still get your half off, you're still going to get your gift from me, and a $120 paycheck? Which would you like? They're always going to go for that. That just makes sense, literally. And if they don't want the kit, I can offer the kit to somebody else at the discounted rate. We'll talk about that in another video. I'm not going to go into hostess flipping here and all those options. But I will tell you that when you front load your calendar, it opens up a whole lot of other opportunities for future bookings later that month from your party guests. It opens up the opportunity for you to flip your hostess and for them to join and still have time that month to certify. It also gives you the opportunity, if you did flip that hostess, to give them the PRV because it was their party, their friends, their family. You give them the PRV, and you still have time to do other bookings later in the month to be able to make up that PRV, right? If you had a $500 party at the end of the month and your hostess says before the party closes that they want to join, you're never going to turn them away, right? Like, hello, we had an awesome party, an awesome consultant to be here. Of course, I'm going to want them on my team. But now you're short the $500 PRV that you were just counting on. Front load your calendar, friends. Offer hostess gifts. You are always, always going to benefit from the generosity. Trust me. So I hope that all makes sense. Um, I see some of you commenting that it is. I see, people are still on, which is good. I didn't lose you at this big scary party word. Because guys, it's not just our customers that are scared of the party word. Some of y'all are scared of the party word. I know you are. But we need to get past that fear. We absolutely need to get past that fear. We have to allow ourselves to find the party style that works for us. It's not just the party style that works for our hostesses, the party style that works for us. If you don't want to be going into people's homes, set yourself up with a Facebook party display and do 30-minute Facebook parties. You do what works for you, boo boo. If bag parties are what works for you, if online shopping links are what works for you, you do you. Find your joy in this business, but party, party, party. Every party is going to bring you in 5 to 10 new customers. And that, my friends, is going to keep your business cup full. It's going to have you overflowing, and it's going to help you meet those sales goals month over month. So many times you guys are telling me how you're struggling to meet sales goals. You're struggling to meet sales goals because you're not partying and you are burning out your customer base. There's only so many warmers your customers are going to need. They can only go through so much wax in a month. So if you're burning them out, you have to meet new customers. You got to meet them through the parties. You got to meet them through the parties. So here's what I want you to do. Here's your action item. Are you ready? Okay. Big scary action item. What I want you to do is I want you to please make a list right now of 10 awesome customers who have not previously hosted a party from you with you, but they love Scentsy. They love Scentsy. And think about a Hostess exclusive that you can afford to offer using the perpetual party. So you're going to pay half of that. Think about a Hostess exclusive that you want to offer. Tell them that you have a limit on how many people you can offer this to, that there's only so many left. Book up the rest of your April or book up the beginning of your May. Fill up your calendar and tell me how many parties you get. Okay? I want you to go for 10 no's. 10 no's. So what does that mean? She's telling me to go for a no. I thought she wanted me to book a party. I do. And you're going to go for 10 no's because the average is for every 10 no's that you get, you're going to get one yes. So here's what's going to happen. You have to get 10 no's though, all right, as part of this challenge. Got to get 10 no's. So if you're going down, you get a no, a no, a no, a no, a no, a yes, that doesn't count. You got to keep going until you get 10 no's. And let's see how many yeses you get, friends. Book those parties. Fill up your calendar. Figure out a party style that works for you. Figure out a Hostess exclusive. Make a list of 10 people. Contact them now. Contact them now while it's fresh in your head what you're going to do. Fill up the rest of April. Fill up May's start of the month and get those parties booked and watch the PRV start rolling in. Hope that helps. If you have any comments, questions, please leave them below and I will get back to you. Bye.